Grims, hello, and welcome to this week's, I shouldn't say this week, we do it whenever we want to do it. Welcome to this version of Community Update. It is October 10th, 2021. We're going to talk about some of the things that are happening within the Grim Syndicate in general, but we have a very specific focus on this one. And that specific focus tonight is going to be all about Lurkers of the Abyss. Now, if you're new to the Discord, we've had a lot of people popping in saying, hey, we got a lot of new Grims that have made their way in. We're a little over a week outside of our initial mint, and it's been amazing. It's been super, super awesome just seeing the community blow up, watching people just become amazing protectors of the space and being generous and kind and really representing everything that the Grim Syndicate is all about. So my hat's off to you, and I thank you for making this space continue to be a really special place, because I think, when we first started and we were a small group and a small team, that was the intention. And since then, it has only continued to go that way. And I know that that is not from what any one of us on the leadership team has done. That is because you people care to keep it that way and you work to keep it that way. And so thank you for making this such a special place, the kind of place that people want to just walk into digitally and hang out and sit and get to know other people. So thank you. Thank you so much for making this space awesome. Now, if you'll remember on the roadmap, one of the things we talked about at that 100% is we're going to be moving forward with something called the Lurkers of the Abyss. And as we talked about the order of events, we did talk about the fact that Lurkers of the Abyss is the bigger piece of the puzzle that we really want to get working on. But we also have a lot of momentum that we've built with the Grims, and we love everything that the Grim universe has kind of had. But this has kind of been planned as sort of like the story continues in this way. And so we want to make sure that the people who jumped on board for this project, when we really were not all that well known within the NFT community or just really had the names in this space, there's a lot of belief that goes into that. And it means a lot to us to have people jump on board to a project like this, to get to know us from the very beginning, get to know this team, get to know the community and what this project is all about. And so today we're going to talk a little bit more about the details of Lurkers of the Abyss, because I think it's important to get you the information up front so that you can make informed decisions about what it looks like going forward. Awesome. So let's jump in with the obvious question to answer. What is Lurkers of the Abyss? And I wrote it out. I actually wrote an answer, which is Lurkers of the Abyss is the very first feature scale airdrop available to Grim holders. It's an item on our roadmap V1. This will be an expansion of the narrative of the Grim Syndicate and the Ethereal Transit Authority. And the airdrop will sit outside of the original 10K mint, so it's not a part of that collection. It won't be featuring Grims, but rather it's an airdrop focused completely on demons in this universe. Each item or trait in Lurkers of the Abyss, the series, is a brand new piece of art. There are no recycled pieces. Everything that you see and experience in Lurkers of the Abyss is going to be brand new, drawn just for this collection. And we're really, really excited about it. There's a lot we have planned, a lot of really exciting things that are going to go into it. I thought we would just get this out of the way and just do an art preview. Now, I will say this is not finalized artwork. This is really just one piece of it. And so there's a lot that goes into planning these things. And it goes into how do we want to structure these things? What are they going to look like? What do these characters look like? And we have a sketching period and kind of a feedback period. And so right here, what I want to show is our very first demon that I sketched, still kind of in the same style that we've worked on the other kind of stuff. So it very much fits into the Grim universe. So I want to introduce you all to the Capra Demon. Yeah, that's it. You can see we're still embodying that same kind of style with everything that we're building here. Still got kind of our like retro cartoon vibes. We're showing a little bit more of the body on these pieces. You see a little more of the shoulders right here. Now this character, like I said, is one of the bases of demons. But I want to be really clear that there are multiple demons that we have planned. Just a few of them right now, just to give you a little context on some of the ones that we've thought about. We've got the Capra demons, bleep, bleep, baby. We've also got primordial demons. So these are kind of your old world devils, the ones you think about, the red with the big horns and, some of them maybe with wings. We've got infernal demons, which are kind of like, higher demons, all aflame and elemental and all that kind of stuff. We've got ancient demons planned that are related to the ancients, and you'll see a little bit more about that. Ye old big boys. And we've got some aberrant demons, and these are more of the cosmic horrors on the fringes of madness, just all kinds of crazy stuff going on with some of those. Probably similar to that, the Cthulhu realm that we kind of messed with when we were doing some of the ancients kind of stuff. We've got a lot of really fun things planned here. These are just a few of the bases that we've thought about. This series will also include 1/1s. So expect to see some of those, as well as variants of the skin with some unique kind of traits tied to them. And I'm really, really excited about some of the stuff that we're going to draw here. So, I mean, maybe you could tell. I'm like, this is a really exciting and compelling for me to talk about this. I've been wanting to talk about it for a while. And of course, we talk about it in the Discord, but I wanted to have a more formal announcement about some of this kind of stuff. There is absolutely more to come on this series, but I also want to say there's more to come as a community. We are going to go do the community ideas again, where we're going to take input and feedback from the community about what are some of those traits that you want to see that we can draw. We're going to draw them on Twitch streams again. We're going to bring those back to make sure that the community's involved and honestly, so that people can learn how to do some of these things. This community has already proved that there are fabulous artists all around, fabulous creators, wonderful people doing amazing things. And some of the best things that we can do with that time and that energy is teach others. And so I want to make sure that if you just want to come to the Twitch and just watch me draw, you can. But I also want to make sure if your goal is to learn, this is an opportunity for you to learn. And if your goal is to launch a project, the goal is, once again, I would love for you to learn. I'd love for you to ask questions. Allow me to be a resource and everybody on the team to do some of these things. I want to apologize up front. The Lore channel was supposed to be rolling out this week. Unfortunately, it has been a crazy week trying to get some of the Lurkers stuff finalized. There were some decisions that we had to make, as well as some other things that are in the work on the roadmap that we had some really great conversations with some folks on. So I was not able to get the Lore channel set up. Still have my extensive notes, still will be putting it in there. And I think it's going to be really important that you know more of the story before you understand like everything that's happening in Lurkers of the Abyss. And so please accept my apologies for not rolling it out this week. I am going to learn about not overcommitting on some of that. But you may be thinking, how do I get a demon? How do I get it in the airdrop? Okay, let's make it real simple here. You get a demon guaranteed in your wallet if you have 3 Grims in your wallet. Now, that does include ancients. So if you have like 2 Grims and an ancient, that works. That's good. We're going to airdrop you a demon. It also does work in multiples of 3. So every 3 Grims is 1 demon. So if you have 9 Grims, that is 3 demons that will be airdropped into your wallet. So that is how you get a demon. Or alternatively, because we do believe in being inclusive and try to find other opportunities to do this, the other way that you could do this is with something called a Doom Chalice. You might be thinking, what is a Doom Chalice? Well, this ceremonial item is said to be used by Grims to initiate an abyssal sacrament. By ingesting the void matter, it's said that Grims can call a demon forth from the abyssal plane. Such rites would be denounced by the ETA if they believed such magic existed. Okay, the Doom Chalice. There will be 300 Doom Chalices in supply. Now, the Doom Chalice is another way that you can get a demon airdropped into your wallet. If you possess this NFT, which right here, that's what we're thinking. Not saying this is final artwork, as we've said for all this kind of stuff. This does not mean it's final artwork, but the concept is there, where if you have either 3 Grims, that's 1 demon, or if you have a Doom Chalice, that is also a demon. Now, we are going to determine a way to be able to get the Doom Chalice out here, and we're looking into a couple different options, whether it's the fair launch protocol, doing some sort of auction there. We are definitely thinking about that, but ultimately we understand that this is a small supply. Obviously, this entire airdrop is about rewarding the people who have really come into the project, who've really bought into it. And so we want to make sure it still is exclusive and it still does feel rewarding to that extent. We really want to reward the people who are holding and who are trying to be able to compile this collection. And so this other option that we've extended, we want to make sure that it does provide some equity in there, but also understanding that like we still do want these demons to be a very, limited supply, not a ton of them. The idea is that Grims are an amazing door into this community. The demons would be, another kind of rare option that exists here. And so we do want to make sure that we're balancing every decision that we make with the ideals of inclusion still a part of that, but also understanding that exclusives can also drive a lot of real fun and excitement And there's something really cool about being able to do this. And so this is why we created 2 paths to be able to be eligible to get a demon airdropped into your wallet. We are really, really excited about it. So you might be asking, when demons, when is it going to happen? I will say it is later in 2021. I do not have an exact date yet, and I want to be very careful about announcing a specific date. I can say it will be later than October, and unless you hear an update from me, not past December 31st. But there are some dates that we're working through right here, and it's really going to depend on some of the things that we're potentially coordinating with this release and really trying to push ourselves on the medium in this airdrop. You'll hear a little more about that on a later update. But you might be asking yourself then, outside of that, how can we possibly go from launching a project to launching another project and not dying and still being in partnerships with our partners and raising our children? For those of us who do. And that's a great question. Here's how we're going to do it. We're going to do it through some team updates. We're adding some people to the team, some people that I am really, really excited about. We're trying to be diligent and thoughtful about what it looks like to be able to use the capital that we've raised in that first round of the mint and make sure that the money goes back to the community, that we're able to hire people on board that we want to work with, that we're excited about building this universe with. And part of all of these decisions is really ensuring that the delivery of these next phases of this project is just as good and exciting and better. We want to continue to up the expectations, continue to up the quality, and make sure that our dedication remains consistent with what we're building. So, without further ado, I want to announce our first new team addition that I'll be going through tonight is going to be Raji King. Raji is an illustrator, a designer, a developer, all-around great guy. I have worked with Raji for a number of years, one of my very good friends, an incredible, incredible creator, an amazing teacher and a community activator who very much embodies the ideals that we believe in. Raji is a fantastic illustrator, and we have worked on a number of projects together. But one of the things that I've loved about the projects that Raji and I have worked on together is they are very communally focused. It is about activating the community that works with us, elevating other people's work and their contributions. And that's something that Raji and I brought when we built a company called Super Team Deluxe to all the things that we did. We wanted to ensure that whatever we were building, we were able to include other people. And so we did community art shows and we did projects with other people and we built worlds and did community events. And we planned and organized different events to get people together. And this idea of inclusion, of building with other people and ensuring that whatever we do, let's try to find a way to activate other people and to allow them to experience what it's like to be in this, creator circle. That is something that I am very confident Raji is going to bring to this community, not just his incredible art, which is incredible, which will continue to level up what we're doing. We're going to be working together on Lurkers of the Abyss, and I am so excited about what that means as we continue to dream and build this world out, continue to develop and refine the style. There are things when you're working with another artist. Raji and I have worked together for so long that at this point, it's kind of second nature. I know how to work with Raji on these projects. I know what it means to literally work on a piece next to him and both be working with our styles, but also find a cohesive style in all of that. So I am so thrilled to bring Raji on board for this project. I think it's going to continue to up what we can deliver, because not only is Raji a visual artist, Raji is also a shadowy supercoder technologist who can do incredible things with code paired with art. And that is the sweet spot that I think Raji is going to continue to live in this space, which is just like asking these questions. What can we do to elevate what we're building besides just doing a PNG? How do we get this bigger than just a JPEG? What does it look like to break out of just the static imagery and start really pushing on the format of what we can build? And these are conversations we've been having. I am really, really thrilled about the potentials and the future and all the things that we can build in the Grim universe. I think that Lurkers is going to be an amazing, amazing jumping off point for all of this kind of stuff. Now, the next person I'll introduce, I'm very excited about. A few people have pointed out that things have gotten a lot busier in the Discord, and you're right. It's been wild. It's been crazy, but it's been amazing. and people have really looked at themselves for conduct and kept each other in line in terms of how to show up in some really amazing ways. But one of the things that we know that we're lacking, particularly as we're in creation mode right now, which we are as we're working on some of our next pieces, is we really need somebody with attention to building community, to thinking about growth, to doing all these things about what it takes now to continue to run the Grim Syndicate as it should, in thinking about the success long term and thinking about what it means to continue to invest in our business that we're building here. So I'm pleased to announce that Rabbi is going to be joining the team as the community manager. You may know Rabbi because he's the NFT hermit crab who's just really always changing his PFP to whatever he wants. It's going to be really awesome to have Rabbi on board because chances are, if you've been in the Discord, you've been interacting with him, and he's thoughtful and he wants to make sure that, all of the values that we have brought to this project continue to stay a part of this project as we grow. And folks, I don't know about you, but I don't see a way where we don't grow anymore. Like, it's been crazy. It's been amazing watching this space grow the way that it has. And the fact that it has done this in such a healthy way, in a way where I believe a lot of the ideals that we said in the beginning are still true today, and we've held to them. I hope that that's your experience here in this space. I really believe that Rabbi is going to be able to continue to drive that with our community. Not that any of us are not going to be in that, obviously, but I just want to make sure we have the resource dedicated to ensure that we are intentionally building that space. So Rabbi is going to be working on a lot of stuff, but particularly some of the things that stand out. Collaborations. What does it look like to work with some other communities? Internal community initiatives, all these art contests that we're doing, having other creators do things, whether it's writing with us, coming up with lore, whether it's, working on internal projects that we want to initiate together. The mod squad. So we're going to be getting together some moderators who are going to work in the Discord as well, a team of volunteers that we're really excited about to be able to continue to make this space just as inviting and warm and welcoming. It's going to be helping with the roadmap development as well. Everything that we've committed to, we did not commit to because it was just like, I don't know, let's just like throw a bunch of stuff at the wall and just whatever happens, happens. No, we looked and we were rigorous about the roadmap, and we ensured everything here we are committed to delivering. We will ensure that these things are delivered. And if we don't, that's not us being accountable to our word. And you can bet that we are absolutely going to be accountable to what we said we're going to do. And then the other thing is growth. How do we ensure that whatever growth looks like for us, we're still using our values, that we're always thinking about, is this the way that we should be doing? Is this the right way? There's a lot of ways to grow. Some of them are, for me, not the way I want to do it. And we held true to that when we were building this community at launch. And I want to continue to embody these things as a community going forward. And so Rabbi is going to be an amazing partner in these respects. If you haven't met Rabbi, you're going to see him in the Discord quite a bit as well. Make sure you say hey. Those are our two team updates that I'm really excited about. Again, you're talking about Raji. Raji is going to be sending out a more formal announcement, an introduction to him, his work, some of the things that he's excited about in his own words. I can't be the one to do it for him. And then also Rabbi will be in the Discord, and please get to know these people. They are wonderful. Raji's in the Discord as well. I am really excited about the team that we're building because this is a team that's an investment in terms of what we are going to deliver. This is a team I am confident is going to come together and rally and build something amazing with the community that's here. And that has always been what we think about when we build this. It's not just like, hey, how do we hire some rock stars to just go do their own thing and go off in a cave and deliver this? No, when we built Grim Syndicate, it's a community effort. We do these things together. We share in our successes. We're going to build something really great. And I cannot wait to see this next chapter of the Grim Syndicate. I think the future is really bright. I think I have just been floored by how amazing the community's been. I've been floored, honestly, just with how solid the project has been. And I hope you understand just how much joy I have about this experience and how much it's brought me. Thank you so much for being a part of our community update. We try to do these whenever it feels right. And right now felt like a good time to do this. Please feel free to share that if that's helpful for you. We're going to try to make sure that all this information is readily available in the Discord. We are so excited about Lurkers of the Abyss, and we cannot wait to keep going and keep trucking and get these out to you, because building value for this community is so important to us. Thank you for being here. And I really, really mean that. Thanks, y'all.